All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between ReMinD and Sock. This game taking place here on Tidehunters 1.2. Gotta say, daylight saving time has come to an end, and it just feels weird to be off by 1 hour. Like, I'm not jet lagged, obviously. It's just my internal clock and my internal Euclidean cycles, I guess, are a little bit off and making me just like not sure what to do next. It's casting at this time of day after having cast for an hour earlier for the past 6 months. Really does throw me off a little bit and makes me feel like I should be like making breakfast for the kids right now, and I'm being a horrible father. So yeah, daylight saving time. Um, not quite well, was invented to because we were a you know a society that rose and set with the sun, and now we are not. So well, there's arguments to get away with it, but then at the same time, well, changes would probably have to be made to general society overall, as well, yeah, things get a little bit strange and difficult. Anyways, Altar of Kings, Archmage gonna go ahead and get trained up. Footman getting trained up here. Meanwhile, Archer, as it is gonna be a Keeper of the Grove versus an Archmage matchup. All right, Tidehunters 1.2. No little letters on the mini map to let you know what those buildings are, and you'll just have to wait until I move the map over there. Unless you know the map very well. Laboratory right here off to the side. Keep of the Grove should be making his presence known here in just a moment as this game gets underway. Archmage about to make its way out as well. Footman, Archmage gonna go ahead and clear out of this Sea Giant creep camp. Footman Militia making its presence back across here. Sea Giant should get taken down pretty quick. Meanwhile, Footman off to the north, gonna be doing a bit of scouting and spot all of this here. Ancient of War has taken a bit of damage, but nothing that a couple of trees will not help. All right, a little bit of micro needed as a Wisp going to go ahead and jump inside of that entangled gold mine. Footman does not want to try and battle against that Ancient of War, as more Wisps are just being forced to wander around in multiple directions. All right, one Wisp off over here going to go ahead and get deterred or pushed away. Snarecaster, well, trying to do a bit of healing, but Militia with that normal damage, able to take down that medium armor fairly fast, even with all the heals underway, as we're looking at a couple of additional Murlocs going to get finished off here. All right, there goes one, there goes another. All of these just getting cleaned up very, very easily. I'm trying to remember if the Murlocs, yeah, I think the animation on the Murlocs are actually the same animation for the ghouls. If you look at them very carefully, it's like the same. It's just a different skin on top, and things that you don't really notice or even think about. You know that is a Murloc, but now that I see the animation on that little Murloc guy attacking, it does look like or very similar to the attack animations of a ghoul. So small things that I've learned after 20 plus years of watching and playing Warcraft 3. Sea Turtle gonna get cleaned up off to the side here. Archmage coming back off to the side, gonna try and put some pressure down. And we do see a giant Sea Turtle still here, racking up a little bit of damage. Who's going to end up taking that last bit of damage? Archmage was trying to get that last shot off. I believe the Keeper of the Grove was able to pick up the Claws of Attack +5, deny onto that Treant right there, as both sides hoping to get to level 3. 37 experience needed compared to, well, 32. Very much neck and neck between both sides as the Archmage now looks to retreat back. Archers, Treants, well, both sides wanting to get to that precious level 3, more Treants, better creeping power, and being able to take down more difficult creep camps as Militia now back at home, allowing this Archmage to put in a pressure while still trying to get to level 3 aggressively. There's that level 3 right there. Archmage now going to be dropping level 2 Water Elementals, could be doing a little bit of damage back around. Force of Nature, however, currently entangled as the Keeper of the Grove looking to finish off this Water Elemental. Water Elemental would give level 3 to that Keeper of the Grove, opening up level 2 Entangle. Are we going to see a deny right there? No, we do not. And suddenly, ReMinD gets in with level 2 Entangle and captures a Footman right there. All right, Keeper of the Grove could continue to try and give chase here. More units could get taken down. There goes another Entangle, trying to rack up a little bit more damage as well. That one footman is going to end up getting denied. How about this footman? Is that footman going to get denied? That is the question. He had a decent amount of hit points at the very start. There goes an Entangle now onto the Archmage. That footman about to get taken down. He does get taken down. Keeper of the Grove now chasing after the Archmage and lost a sight of him temporarily. By running around the corner and by losing sight of that right there, he was able to get away. However, 4 footmen of Sock have been taken down. 1 was denied, but that is going to be some big experience advantage overall. Archmage now looking to retreat back home and, well, get that scroll of regeneration, but he doesn't have many units that actually heal alongside him. That scroll of regeneration, well, only for himself. Much love from Sweden. Well, thank you. Glad that I'm getting a love and recognition for all of the hard work here. And well, all of the time that I've put into Warcraft 3, I wouldn't say I've actually put in a lot of hard work. It's been absolutely a blast to be able to do this for more than 10 years now and still enjoying it after all this time. Keeper of the Grove finds another footman out in the middle of the battlefield and gonna get in another Entangle. It feels like Sock is just constantly feeding experience to this Keeper of the Grove. Water Elemental now trying to duck and dodge away, perhaps trying to delay this entangled gold mine. And he's going to be able to do it one more time, but at what cost? How much experience is going to be given to that Keeper of the Grove, who is now so close to level 4? Archmage thinking to himself, you know what, if I can delay the economy of my opponent long enough and build an economic advantage, that could give me enough to, well, perhaps win the upcoming battles. Footman now trying to dive on in once again. Are we going to see another Entangle go down onto another footman here? Keeper of the Grove could throw another Entangle. Yes, there it is. And this Keeper of the Grove, I don't know how many footmen he's killed throughout this match. It has to be more than half a dozen at this stage, as the Demon Hunter now coming back across the map and perhaps going to get a mana burn onto that Archmage there. All right, another, well, skeleton of a footman. Demon Hunter looking to shut down that Water Elemental, but the Water Elemental able to shut down the Entangled Gold Mine first once more. Water Elemental going to get cleaned up here. This Water Elemental still has a bit of time life. Going to exchange some items. Demon Hunter now with additional claws of attack, able to rack up, absorb, and dish out more damage again. Keeper of the Grove just shy of level 4 now. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Demon Hunter, who should be transitioning over. Archmage with a decent sized army and now still with that economic advantage. Has he teched to tier 3? He hasn't, but he is going into Arcane Sanctum and getting up a workshop while training up that Blood Mage. Coming back around, archers are going to get cleaned up here with the enraged elementals, causing a bit of problems as the Archmage once again finds his opponent trying to entangle a gold mine. Mana burn onto the Archmage. Archmage not going to be able to get in much more. Level 4 now onto that Keeper of the Grove, as the Dryad are going to be able to shut down more footmen again and again. Slow poison across multiple attacks. Get that lead footman. Slow poison for that trailing footman. And, well, another 3 footmen will get taken down. Multiple footmen have been given up by Sock this match. ReMinD already at level 4 on that Keeper of the Grove, and level 2 on that Demon Hunter. Entangle right there, unable to get in any more attacks. Oh, that was beautifully done by ReMinD, as Sock was trying to, well, Sock was trying to aggro those creeps, to aggro that Ancient of War, but the Entangle actually stopped the attack midway. And by stopping the attack midway, well, the Ancient of War was able to finish off the Water Elemental before the Water Elemental was able to finish off its attack animation against those creeps, thereby aggroing it and perhaps endangering that Ancient of War. Demon Hunter gonna get to level 3 right here. Level 2 mana burn gonna be incredibly important. He needs to stay close enough by to get the experience. There's a mana burn on right there. Level 3 gonna go ahead, get online, and now with a potion of greater healing and an entangle, well, gonna go ahead, engage here. Blood Mage is out here. Are we going to see some mana burn? There's a mana burn. Banish onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter going to continue to fight its way through, trying to finish things off. Potion of Greater Healing used up as well, as we're looking at damage racked up. Mortar teams are coming back in from the side as well. Mortar teams represent the larger damage, as we see Banish saving the Mortar team. I'm banishing you for your own good. All right. Yeah, all right. Rifleman now trying to retreat back. I'm going to say something about Asian parenting, but yeah, that might hit too close to home for some viewers. Coming back around, Keeper of the Grove gonna Staff of Preservation, save that unit there. Meanwhile, Druid of the Claw does have Rejuvenation and will be attempting to retreat back as well. ReMinD leaving that Druid of the Claw in Druid form, at least for now, should be able to get off a couple of key rejuvenations. The Demon Hunter could use an extra 275 or 250 hit points, which that rejuvenation would in fact offer. Meanwhile, coming back around here, both sides are in fact running up on two bases. This north expansion, however, a little bit more sparse than the sparsely defended than the eastern expansion, as the Keeper of the Grove could end up taking a little bit of damage there. There's that rejuvenation. We're going to see some mana burns, and here we are. Turnabout is fair play. There is anti-magic shell to break that siphon mana, as we see more Banish coming back across here. Sock doing a great job, and the Sock, after all of his losses earlier, really controlling the pacing of this battle, turning things around. Even though his opponent is the one with the hero level advantage. All right, that army size advantage making a very big deal, as the Mortar team's able to get in a couple of big lobs, but the Bears are trying to break down and rain down on through. Militia being called over. There is absolutely no front line at all. The Mortar teams can dish out the damage, but there is nothing that can really soak up the damage from Sock side, as we're looking at, well, a bunch of Militia being called forward to try and chase those units away. Staff of Preservation used on two low hit point Bears. They were saved rather easily, as the Archmage now trying to charge back the other way. These Druids of the Claw were slowed, not very low hit point, but still slowed and taking a bit of damage. Mortar team's going to get caught out in open field here. One Mortar team going to get taken down. More slow will be cast, as the Mortar teams are trying to, shell shock those Dryads. Damage still racking up against all those units. 67 supply compared to 54, as the Demon Hunter now looks to retreat back. Demon Hunter is actually caught on the wrong side here. There's a Staff of Preservation. No easy path back home, as the Demon Hunter going to get saved here. More Druids of the Claw. They are, primary targets for that siphon mana and slow. Very, very large bouts of damage, as a Staff of Preservation would have easily saved that there. Mortar teams attempting to take down this Ancient of War, who is now simply retreating back, but somehow accidentally aggroed the Rock Golem creep camp. Are we going to see an engagement, or is that Ancient of War not, just going to try and back away? All right, towers already being built here. Ivory towers in position and trying to make a forward scouting base here, as the Bears are going to try and engage. Triads are off to the side here. No control. Magic Mortar teams, Scroll of Protection. That scout tower is just constantly getting repaired, as the Peasants could just be on auto repair here to try and do something. Treants are going to continue to engage here. More units coming back in from the other side. Wisp come across and detonate all of the casters, making them pretty much near useless at this point in stage in the game. Archmage only at level 3, level 1 Brilliance Aura not going to be enough to get those Sorceress and Priest back up to useful mana anytime soon. Guard towers and arcane towers are getting added in. We're looking at another guard tower about done. Staff of Preservation for the save. Banishing on a Druid of the Claw to try and get it away, as more guard towers are here. Massive amounts of repairs on these towers off to the side, and it looks like it may be able to hold steady as the units are trying to come back around the other way. All right, there is a roar. That little bit of extra damage could be all that is needed, as that one Druid of the Claw is, still absorbing more damage. Coming back around the other side, here comes the rest of the army. More guard towers continuing to poke around. Level 4 now on the Demon Hunter. Bear finally falling after all this time, as the guard towers are in position to cause a bit of problems, as we see a nice outpost by Sock, continuing to do a little bit of damage here. There you are, getting in that damage, as the Peasants are trying to fight back as well. Blood Mage siphon mana away from the Keeper of the Grove, trying to neutralize the enemy's heroes, as Sock now being forced to Scroll of Town Portal to retreat away. Are the Peasants? Yes, Peasants going to go ahead and retreat back, as well as these guard towers are all easily taken down. ReMinD Now, with both the hero level and army size advantage, 66 supply compared to 59, a level 3 Archmage, level 2 Blood Mage, but both of those heroes are about to level up as well. He will be going up against a level 5 Keeper of the Grove momentarily and a level 4 Demon Hunter. What is going on here as the Archmage sees all of this here? And, well, Keeper of the Grove is now finally at level 5. Sea Giant Hunter about to get taken down. It falls easily. Granite Golem gonna try and, well, make its way back here. There's a double level up. That's absolutely key as the Blood Mage able to siphon mana and then gets entangled for all of his efforts. Mortar teams, there's not enough of them to really fight back here. The Granite Golem really not engaging against all of these Night Elf units that were just attacking him moments ago, as we are looking at the Water Elementals trying to shut down those Druids of the Claw, but getting Staff of Preservation away. Blood Mage could have a little bit of problems. We're going to look at the Blood Mage down to 200 hit points. He's going to be able to retreat back in time as, well, ReMinD going to finish off this Granite Golem here. Demon Hunter going to be staying at level 4 as that Keeper of the Grove now looks to back up. Sock in a little bit of trouble. Hero level advantage of his opponent maybe too much, especially considering the damage bonus on this army. War Song Battle Drums coupled with Roar, and we're going to be seeing some very big damage output coming in from these frontline bears. Add to that the fact that ReMinD has been using that Staff of Preservation very effectively to minimize the experience that Sock has or gets after by preventing these bears from getting taken out. Down to the south side here, Archmage looking to, well, make up some ground on that experience race. Has retrained to Blizzard, oddly enough, as we're looking at all of these the level 6 and level 3 creeps getting cleaned up. This Murgle Marauder and the Murgle Nightcaster, they just look so similar to me. Similar in size and similar, I guess the eye color is different, but other than that, yeah, difficult to tell the difference between the two. Coming back around, mass repairs underway, no masonry upgrades, no guard towers, one arcane tower, and this base is gonna end up falling. All right, Sock now sitting on one base play, upside down on supply, gonna lose another 3 farms here, and will end up not being able to train up any additional units anytime soon. Meanwhile, Blood Mage and Archmage trying to pick up some powerful items any way they can. Healthstone, potions of invulnerability, and the like. All right. Militia now, doing a mad run out across the battlefield. And what is this? There is nothing on the lumber line here. 1,700 gold. And is this pretty much an all-in? I believe this is. One Druid of the Claw going to easily get taken down. Well, is he going to get a rejuvenation? And, wow, ends up surviving. Scroll of Town Portal back in time as in comes the Blizzard. All right, Blizzard now raining down. Keeper of the Grove in the very, very far back, unable to do very much. Archmage can continue to try and use those Blizzards. Murlocs even joining in on the battle here as that Blizzard is racking up a lot of damage. All right, Druids of the Claw up with plus 13 damage. And we see a lot of, Scroll of the Beast being used as well. The Sorceresses, the Peasants, and the Heroes all with that bonus battle damage. Only the Spellbreakers, who are magic immune, not getting it here. Everyone under the charge of Roar trying to maximize all of that damage here as the Archmage comes across with another Blizzard, actually blizzarding his own peasant as the Archmage could get taken down. Potion of health, that Healthstone used up at the last possible moment, still trying to fight their way through. Banish onto a Demon Hunter there. More Blizzard. Bears could get taken down. There goes one bear. Another bear could easily get taken down. There goes another. Level 5 now on the Archmage. Going to try to push back the other way. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength plus 3 added in here as the Archmage is trying to push back against the other side. Staff of Preservation saves another low hit point bear. 47 supply compared to 40 or 60 supply compared to 50. Both sides fighting their way through. Army sizes are about the same as we're looking at more damage still racking up here. We are getting up an Arcane Vault as Blizzard raining down. That damage is going to rack up very quickly against all of these bears as the mortar teams are there to try and finish off the Dryads. who are passing through that without any real problem. Blood Mage hitting that level 4 now. Archmage still running down with all of that blizzard damage, and that damage is racking up over time. You can see Druids of the Claw trying to make their way through, down to 102 hit points. A couple of easy shots, and that could get taken down. No, 1 or 2 more shots there, and you can see that so many low hit point bears and dryads across here. Archmage finds a blizzard, gonna find a couple of low hit point bears. There goes another bear. There is Flame Strike, and suddenly the army, this AoE damage army of the Archmage and Blood Mage, still causing quite a bit of problems. Potion of Healing used right there. Mortar Team still trying to fight back around, and that damage is still racking up as the Blood Mage out of mana, or siphon all of that mana again from that Demon Hunter. All right, more peasants in that front line spot. More blizzard raining down. There's a flame strike as well, denying all of those peasants as that fairy dragon looks to back away. Archmage continuing with all of this pressure again, trying to move forward. AoE damage to take down all of these units as the mortar team's taking down the buildings. All right, Druids of the Claw, they're not rejuvenating fast enough. Blood Mage could turn back around, get off a Flame Strike across multiple units. All the Druids of the Claw back in that Druid form, and here is that Blizzard now raining down again as the Archmage looking to retreat back. Blood Mage could turn back around. There's a Flame Strike, and they're going to see a bunch of damage rack up once more as the Fairy Dragons are now under duress by those flying machines. All right, another, well, nope. That Druid of the Claw able to escape at 11 hit points, still fighting their way through. More blizzard raining down. One Dryad quickly getting cleaned up as the mortar team's going after those units again. Blood Mage still siphoning more mana away from that. From the heroes, can constantly take away mana again and again, and still going after additional targets as we're looking at one mortar team getting cleaned up once more. All right, multiple low hit point Druids of the Claw could get cleaned up here. We're looking at some damage. There goes a couple of lobs once again, trying to take down as the Blood Mage now gets up to level 5, and that's going to finish off another Druid of the Claw right there. Demon Hunter could have a little bit of a bad day, down to 55 hit points, down to 2 hit points. He gets taken down as well. Archmage now nearly at level 6, and well, only 5 peasants working for the human army. Sock pushing back the other way, and now with the hero level advantage as he's pushing pressure on this base here, another Druid of the Claw going to get taken down as the Archmage is at level 6 with Mass Teleport. All right, Blood Mage going to siphon mana away from that Keeper of the Grove again. The Keeper of the Grove very close to level 6. Are we going to be looking at more Altar of Elders getting absolutely destroyed here? Detonation coming across, more siphon mana. Plant too many targets for that siphon mana as that Blood Mage already back up to 250 mana and climbing easily. All right, multiple Moonwells getting destroyed. Staff of Preservation, that Demon Hunter back in position here. What is he really looking to do? Archmage going to go ahead and Mass Teleport. Where is he traveling off to? He gets Mana Burn and is now going to put pressure onto the expansion instead. Blood Mage off to the side here. Archmage did get, or was able to steal a rejuvenation. There is siphon mana into the Archmage to have a Mass Teleport when the time comes. All right, more damage getting racked back up here. Mortar teams continuing to fight. Here we are. There's that siphon mana. Blood Mage able to take away quite a bit of mana. There's the entangle onto the Blood Mage though, as the Mass Teleport gonna be getting underway once more. Druid of the Claw still just a little bit shy of level 6. Flying machines want to, well, back up. They do not want to accidentally give level 6 to that Keeper of the Grove, but they do not have any bombs or any way to attack right now. All right. Right, bottom right-hand side of the map, no gold being mined. Meanwhile, ReMinD still mining gold, so it's 1 base versus 0 at this stage. Both sides with similar size supply, as we are looking at peasants, I guess. Well, where are those peasants? Peasants were going to be doing a little bit of long-distance mining, or actually being called to militia. You know I'm casting and live streaming, right? And you're in the camera shot. All right, coming back through, Trient going to easily get cleaned up here. Militia now making their way back off to the north. They could try to go for long-distance mining as there's only 6 gold left in Sock's bank. Archmage leading the charge here. He's the one with Sobi Mask right now. He needs that extra bit of mana as the militia are now being called back over. Blizzard going to go ahead. No, Water Elemental. Once again, once more retrained to Water Elementals over as we now see Tranquility and no easy way for the Keeper of the Grove to be stopped at all. With Tranquility now available, that means that these Druids of the Claw are going to be constantly be healed and healed rather quickly, as a Staff of Preservation should be saving that Druid of the Claw. No Staff of Preservation. Flame Strike now going down. Couple of Wisps are primary easy targets as they take some damage over time. Dryads also getting shell shocked as well. Siphon mana from the Blood Mage, draining that Druid of the Claw once more. And this is just continuing to rack up more damage. 45 supply compared to 46, as the Mortar teams are going to be able to perhaps lob some damage and take down some of those Moonwells. More mana burn. Flame Strike should have gone down across multiple Druids of the Claw. Easy time to retreat. There's a Staff of Preservation on both Druids of the Claw there, as the Mortar team's now finishing off more Moonwells and more healing potential. Druid of the Claw going to be using Clarity Potions to try and stay topped off on mana once more, using Tranquility to keep all of these units alive and well. Mortar teams, however, can force an engagement by trying or by taking down this Tree of Life rather easily. You can see how much damage these three Mortar teams are dealing right here. One Flame Strike, one Departing Gift, and the Tree of Life stays alive. No, Spellbreaker actually does not get taken away by the Mass Teleport, allowing him to do one more final shot to take down that Tree of Life and the expansion. All right, Archmage continuing to fight back around the other side. Keeper of the Grove looking to engage. Tree of Eternity walking in the backside here. We could be looking at Mortar teams attempting to take down more buildings, as the, Dryads are now a primary big target. Mass Teleport underway. Keeper of the Grove does not have enough mana for an Entangle, and all of those units whisked away once more back home. All right, I guess I'm raising my daughters right. Instead of eating breakfast and everything that I've taught them to do with their morning routine, they want to watch WarCraft 3. Coming back around. Dryads, Demon Hunter, Druids of the Claw, gonna try and protect this expansion here at the 12 o'clock location. There is an Arcane Vault, but no real reason for it. There are also no more peasants for Sok, even though he does have a keep. He could try and get some gold by taking down these gargantuan sea turtles and rebuilding his economy that way, but it probably will not work out all that well. All right, gargantuan sea turtle gonna get cleaned up here. Another consumable item will be dropped. It is gonna be another Scroll of the Beast, which could push damage from these Mortar teams very, very high once again, as the Water Elemental is gonna go ahead and teleport back off to the north side here, selling the Scroll of the Beast back up to 249 gold, and now looking to clear out more creep camps as well. Just shy a little bit of gold here, perhaps going to try and buy a potion of healing, as Flying Machines are still overhead doing a bit of scouting. All right. Archmage sells the Ring of Regeneration. What else is he buying? What else did he buy? Is he training up anything? All right, training up Spellbreakers. All right, so training up some Spellbreakers back at home. Engagement already underway. Blood Mage going to attempt to siphon mana. Unable to do exactly that, though, as the Mortar team unable to get that last final shot onto those Moonwells. Teleporting back off to the north. And, well, a well-timed Flame Strike right there could have been the death of a bunch of Wisps as well, as they came out to try and repair. Archmage looking to Mass Teleport and move around the map very, very quickly in constant positioning, and then just constantly cause problems. Sorceress also invisible, that invisible beacon to try and Mass Teleport to off to the side, making it difficult for ReMinD to really do anything at all. All right, more damage raining down onto those Ancient of Lores, which do give experience. And, well, this has been an uphill situation ever since Sok was able to get to level 6. Mass Teleport, where did they teleport off to this time? Down to the middle portion of the map, and the Keeper of the Grove is trying to guess where his opponent is going to show up suddenly. Surprise attacks constantly, invisible units, Mass Teleport, moving all across the map. That sudden burst damage from a volley of attacks from those Mortar teams, more than enough to really destroy buildings rather quickly. as ReMinD is sitting at 50 over 50 supply. Flying Machine still overhead, trying to scout out here. Well, Keeper Demon Hunter is nearing level 6, as we're looking at one Spellbreaker trying to hold off this tree end here. Coming back off on the far side, a little bit of damage going to be brought on through. A couple of units going to get cleaned up here. Do we see any priest? Yeah, there is one priest here. And that, or a handful of priests is just trying to keep these units alive, dispel magic to make sure that the mortar teams do not fall to that level 2 entangle. 48 supply compared to 50. Both sides getting ready to engage. There's a Banish. There's a Siphon Mana. Unit's going to try and retreat back. Mortar teams are in the back as the Flame Strike now down in that frontline position, racking up damage. Well, Keeper of the Grove counteracts with Tranquility, able to stay alive. And, well, one of the ways to counter Tranquility is make sure that your opponent's units are outside of that Tranquility range, which is exactly what is going down. Blood Mage now Siphon Mana off of the Keeper of the Grove while using a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, trying to remove all of that precious mana there and able to teleport back to that Arcane Vault again. All right, a little bit low. Going to use a Scroll of Regeneration and now making its way back off to the north, trying to take down all of these buildings, take down the Moonwells first. Moonwells are the critical buildings as they still supply hit points and mana to that Night Elf army. Taking down all of these buildings could be key. There's a Siphon Mana. There's a Mana Burn as the Dryads are now trying to make their way across that Moonwell. However, will end up standing as the Water Elemental quickly gets abolished, giving level 6 to the Demon Hunter. More Dryad damage pushing back on through. Archmage unable to mass teleport, and suddenly the Archmage has nowhere to go, forcing an engagement. ReMinD should be able to clean things up here and get away. Nope. A Siphon Mana from the Blood Mage, giving that Archmage enough mana for a mass teleport. All right, as long as the Blood Mage has mana, the Archmage has mana, that level 2 Siphon Mana really tops off that Archmage relatively fast, who is already back up to 200 mana with that level 2 Brilliance Aura and a Sobi Mask. All right, Blood Mage trying to make rounds. 39 supply compared to 43. This is still anyone's game at this point and stage. Gold still being harvested by ReMinD. ReMinD actually only has 4 out of 5 wisp in the gold mine right now. Not quite sure if he realizes this, but perhaps he knows that he needs at least 2 wisps on lumber as he's trying to build up more Moonwells again and again. All right. Level 2 Flame Strike coupled with Mortar teams could really make short work of all of those Moonwells. A Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter and this Night Elf army is really making good advantage of mana and these Moonwells to try and make this, acting as a third resource. Keeper of the Grove coming back across the other side here. We're going to see a Spellbreaker get taken down. Siphon Mana, perhaps a Mana Burn exchange there, as there we are, that Blood Mage suddenly out of mana and gets an Entangle. Blood Mage now having to deal with a Metamorphosis Superman Demon Hunter trying to add in more damage, and there goes an Entangle onto the Archmage. There goes another Tranquility, Invisibility onto the Archmage as well. But I believe Sock is starting to lose a bit of traction in this game. The wheels are falling off, and that is gonna be it. As the Sorceress and all of these other units attempting to retreat back. Archmage gonna go ahead, teleport back once more, sell some items. Clarity Potion, Scroll of Regeneration, trying to turn this into a base race scenario, finishing off the last remaining buildings. There is gonna that Altar of Elder is gonna get taken down easily. There goes an Entangle onto the Archmage as the Keeper of the Grove down to 126 mana, trying to retreat back, buys a Potion of Healing as well, as the Mortar teams are unable to catch up to that target easily. Meanwhile, Dryads are now finding those Mortar teams pretty quickly as well, trying to engage a couple of attacks, but that is gonna be it. A back and forth game, but in the end, I believe an Entangle will go down on that Archmage, and that will be the game. Sock gives the GG as ReMinD outlasts his opponent with the higher resource score, giving him the victory. All right, ReMinD coming away with the victory there. More gold mined, I think, overall. Unit score actually a little bit lower, but it was the heroes that really made that difference. All of those early footmen, over a dozen footmen lost as Sock delayed his tech to tier 2 and trained up additional footmen to combat ReMinD. But once ReMinD got that level 2 Entangle and had the mana to use it consistently, well, just fed a lot of experience. In the end, the Tranquility and the Metamorphosis was too much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay. Oh, I hope that, well, thanks for the cast. You are welcome. I'm trying to fix my Twitch or my XSplit. It's not allowing me to actually stop right now, so I'm gonna have to hard stop it, which could spell some problems for the actual recording, which would be sad. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh gosh, it's not stopping.